put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. It's the Bengals in control of the football as we get back into the action in the first quarter. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rolling to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Brady now on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Working with a 2nd and 4. On the draw, this is Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
To throw, it's Brady. To Evans on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Brady. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action with Burrow. On the move to his left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Brady again. He'll find Fournette again here. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Oh, Beckham with a great catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a Stones. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady now to throw. And this is Cook with the grab. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44, Brady. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some room to work. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He will find his man Chase complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mixon again, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Brady now on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. B.J. Hill able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught by Evans. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down at 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Here's Burrow. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down 17-14, 26 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw, Brady. Evans has it left side. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Brady to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Jermaine Pratt was there on the coverage defensively. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And get that to Fournette, complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Brady. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Bengals, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall to 8-6 with the loss.